Genetically, men are stronger.
I don't think we give women enough credit for how strong they are, because men don't ever have to give birth. I don't know how much strength it takes to do that, because also enduring pain takes a lot of strength.
Women are way smarter than men because we men do a lot of more stupid stuff.
They must have brainwashed him.
Y'all, look at these hyenas. Look at them clapping and going, yay, men suck, teaching this to their sons. I bet you every last one of these women are divorced and bitter. And to get revenge on their exes, what do? They pick on the most innocent part of this equation, their sons, and basically brainwash them into thinking that men suck. This is how a simp is born. And what these mothers don't realize is that once these boys become men, they will kowtow to women and let women do whatever they want to do. And basically what's going to happen is they're going to get their hearts broken.
First of all, a woman hits her sexual prime at 35. Things get much better for us.
Hey, I'm 35. This is good for me. All right. Mark, all right, go nuts, because I know you're going to go nuts.
Well, first of all, you're presuming that unhappiness in women begins in middle age. I'd say it starts when she's a little girl, when she's taught that happiness derives from shoes, jewelry, boob jobs, and pedestals. And what's interesting, oh, come on, Alexis, and then you have boys who are taught that they're supposed to make girls happy. I was on the radio 2 weeks ago in Greensboro, North Carolina, and the host related a story. He overheard his son and daughter talking. So brother goes to sister and says, how come you always have money and I don't? And she says, that's simple. I have a boyfriend and you have a girlfriend.
That sounds about right. This is why I'm not a huge fan of Mark Rudolph, but I tell you what, man, when it comes to subjects like this, Mark just keeps it 100. He just keeps it raw and he keeps it real.
Ask any woman if she would choose her car over her children, and she'd take the kids any day, whereas I would question a lot of men out there, quite frankly.
Tracy, I can't believe what I just heard you say.
There's a reason that women live longer, Mark. Let me tell you. It is because we are stronger and we are happier at the end of the day than most men. And that is factual, and you know it.
When men are married to women who scream like you, they just want to die sooner. When you have women going around,
you're divorced.
Tracy,
she left you. Let's put that on the table if you want to play this game.
Here come the
Tracy.
Yes.
When women go around comparing their engagement rings to show off who got the most carats,
I don't know where you find these women.
Don't compete.
Mark, I don't know where you find these women. The women I know do not care about that kind of stuff. Mark, all right, Mark, get out more.
Women compete on houses, divorce settlements, carrots, country clubs. Women compete on money all the time. Give me a break.
Wait a second. Women in your life, buddy.
But Mark, wait a second. The stature of a lot of men is measured in the...
Look at the sisterhood. The sisterhood. I mean, they will defend themselves when it's indefensible. They don't hold each other accountable. Look at this. Look how they got each other's back, man. She is sitting here trying to make an argument and say that women don't care about that stuff. But I guarantee you, I bet you they've never dated a man who made less money than they do. Can't make it up, man.
Car they drive, the golf country club they belong to, and very much the place they live in. You have to admit that.
And whether or not their wives are staying at home and not working. That's exactly what I said at the beginning. That's because men are taught that men are taught that they have to make women happy. The fact of the matter is, you can't make anybody happy. You have to make yourself happy.
Exactly.
Happiness is a byproduct of achievement. So for women to say that they're unhappy, it's their own fault.
Yep.
Anybody who says he's unhappy, it's his own fault.
Mark,
Everybody has to make himself or herself
You're
happy.
giving me such a bloody headache. Yeah, I mean, where are you from? Dear Lord, I would never in a million years teach my girls that they have to grow up to be reliant on a man, as you can well imagine. I would never teach my son that he should be attracted.
But Tracy, you're the same one. You're the same one who bragged that she's so strong and so tough and doesn't need a man's money. Yet you're taking alimony.
I have 3 children.
Okay, Mark.
I have 3 children. You cannot make this up, man. You cannot make this up. You see how fast that strong and independent BS goes out the window as soon as the check hits the table? You can't make it up, man. What's good, everybody? It's your boy Love from Love, Life, and the Game, and y'all know what it is. Coming at you guys with another reaction video, and today we are going to talk about we're gonna visit Hotlanta. There's a so-called self-proclaimed dating coach who's going viral right now because she made statements about men who make $50,000 or less. According to her, those men shouldn't be dating. So I'm gonna get into it, without further ado. Let's just get it.
So if you're making $50,000, don't date. Ooh. I'm just being for real. You're not ready to date.
Again, I'm with you.
You're not ready to. You're not ready to date because courtship costs.
Okay.
Everything costs. Okay. You can go for 22 walks in the park. Eventually, shorty is gonna need a sip of something. She's gonna be thirsty. This bottle of water is $3 in Atlanta. Let's not play. So if you don't have any expendable cash, don't date. And whatever that looks like for you, you might only make 50,000, but you live in a shoe and now you got expendable cash. Or get you a bottom of the barrel bitch that's gonna date you when you have no money. If she doesn't have the expectation, and I'm gonna tell you this right now, enjoy it while it lasts, because eventually you're gonna wanna run, because she does.
Okay. Now you already know where I'm gonna go with this. First of all, take a look at this girl. She is telling men that if they make $50,000 or less, that they shouldn't date because, according to her, dating costs, and you need to have expendable cash. We all know dating costs, yes, but this notion, and by her saying that if you make $50,000, that you shouldn't be dating, so she's already, without even saying it, she's saying you basically need to double that in order to be able to be in a position to date a woman. She's already saying that she's expecting a certain lifestyle. Now, once again, y'all, this is another prime example of women telling you their standards, what they expect from men. Yet they're apparently clueless, or obviously, I think they don't care about what they're supposed to bring to the table. Take a look at her. Now, even though she's sitting down, we can't see the whole picture. It's not hard to see that this woman is obese. She's overweight. Okay. So where am I going with this? Well, these men that she's, expects to be with, or expects, men who make $50,000 to aspire to be, these high value men who make over six figures, she's expecting that these men, are I should say, she has this illusion that they're going to pick someone who looks like her. Not going to happen. Men who have worked their behinds off to get to a certain financial level, to get to a certain status, they have a certain income. They're not going to date a woman who is obese. So she can have, as a woman, you're free to have all the standards you want, regardless of how ridiculous and unrealistic they may be. But just because you see yourself as a queen and a 10 at 5'3", damn near 300 pounds, it doesn't mean that other men, especially the type of men that you want, are going to look at you as such. I'll give you a hint. They're not going to. When have you ever seen a man who's of a certain status, especially the status, the tax bracket that you are looking for in a man? When have you seen him with a woman who is obese? Now, a lot of times the type of woman that they're with, they might not be 10s, but there are certain qualities that these women have that are attractive to not just high value men, but just men in general. One of those qualities is they're not full of themselves. They don't have an unrealistic evaluation of where they stand in the sexual marketplace, i.e., they're not a beach whale at 200. At 5'3", 250, 300 pounds, thinking that they're a 10. That's not a quality that these women walk around with.
She doesn't stretch you. She doesn't make you the man that you need to become. She allows you to be this stagnant dude in the same jeans for days. You know what I'm saying?
Be cutting up. You talk about me.
Once again, guys, apparently men we're the only ones, according to her, that need to do some work. Look at how, let's just address the elephant in the room. Notice she said a stagnant woman is just going to let a stagnant guy stay stagnant, and she's not going to push him to be the man he needs to be. According to whom? Who does he need to be? What standards are you trying to set for this man? Here's another question. Where did you get these standards from? What makes you think you're entitled to have this fairy tale lifestyle where you get to be with a guy who either you have to push him to be the man that you want him to be, or you just want to stand at the finish line, which is what most of y'all want to do anyway. You want a package that's already made. You want a man who's already done all the hard work. He's already, got his life completely built, his finances all together. And then you don't want to do any work with this man. You wanted to do absolutely nothing to help him get to where he is. But yet, once he gets there without your help, you want to be the primary beneficiary of his success. Make that make sense. Y'all, this is not the kind of woman that you get with. This is not the type of woman that you date. This is not the type of woman that you marry. Because women who have her mentality, they have this, the grass is always greener on the other side type of mentality when it comes to a man. If the main reason why they want to be with you is whether or not they find you financially attractive, well, those type of women are only going to stay with you for one or two reasons. Number one, as long as you stay financially attractive to her, or number two, she's going to stay with you just long enough until she finds another guy that she finds more financially attractive than you are, and then she's gone. I hate to burst your bubble, man, but the men that you're talking about don't marry women who are with them because of their money. They marry women who are with them in spite of their money. And this is why a lot of you gold-digging ass hyenas are going to live out the rest of your natural-born lives alone with your dogs and cats, because you seem to think that you guys are the only options that men in your vicinity have. I got news for you. No, the hell you're not.
I don't care at all, but I'm really into black men. My ex-boyfriend is hot.
What do you feel about black men? Would you date a black man? Do you like black men?
Yeah.
Yeah? Yeah?
Oh, yeah. I really love the black skin. It's my ability.
Now, for all of you so-called strong and independent women out there, in terms of the type of man that you want, which type of woman do you think he's going to prefer? The women that I just got through showing you, or this?
So many black men in the comment section saying, oh, you have all these high demands, but what do you bring to the table? Good question. Studies have shown that black women are the highest paid and the most educated. I myself graduated with my associate's degree at 18 and graduated from college with my bachelor's at 20 with a degree in communication sciences with an emphasis in speech and language pathology.
Can we still don't give a fuck?
I live on my own, have my own car, make about $70,000 a year, and don't have any kids. So I'll never ask for what I can't offer. And as far as what I'm bringing to the table, I bring me, and you can't sit with it.
First off, studies don't reveal any bullshit about black women being the most educated and the most paid. The average black woman in America makes about $40K, and black women hold the least amount of PhDs, which is actually the metric that determines the most educated. And even if they did, it wouldn't matter because men don't care about incomes or degrees unless it's in how to be a wife. Next, the female cliche, I am the table. The table manufactured from the strong and independent women's warehouse from the finest delusions. Now, if she said black women hold the highest degrees in difficulty, undesirability, masculinity, obesity, and single motherhood rates, that would have been accurate.
Facts. Hard facts.
Y'all, this ain't rocket science. Now, as a woman, you guys can have all of the ridiculous standards you want. You're free to do that. But at the end of the day, you still live in a world bound by the same rules as all the rest of us. And in that world, regardless of how dope you think you are, somebody else has to pick you too. That's all I got for today's show. Hit that like, share, and subscribe button. Leave a comment in the comment section, and I will see you guys on the next one.